Legalization. Allowing cultivation, sale, and use of cannabis. Restricting to adults over the age of 21. Legalization of medical marijuana. Allowing the use of marijuana to treat a medical condition or symptom with a recommendation from a physician. The legalization makes it easier to obtain marijuana and increases the percentage of users in the US.
Neurons temporarily become unresponsive after firing to prevent them from overreacting or being too dominant. This allows your brain to function in a calm and controlled manner, but cannabinoids interrupt this approach in some parts of the brain. Instead, they remove the refractory period of neurons that are already active and cause your thoughts, imagination, and perception to utterly magnify itself. This means once you begin your train of thought, it becomes the most significant and profound thing ever. You can't see the big picture or even recall your last epiphany because you're caught up in the momentum of a particular idea, and your neurons keep firing until a new idea takes hold and you go off on a new tangent. These cannabinoids also affect the levels of dopamine and norepinephrine in your brain, often leading to a sense of euphoria, relaxation, pain modulation, and general enhancement of an experience, though sometimes causing anxiety. Furthermore, there are cannabinoid receptors in areas controlling short-term memory, learning, coordination, movement control, and higher cognitive function. Got a burning question you want answered?
Government. The Obama administration is opposing the legalization of marijuana since it is against public health approaches to reduce drug use. They believe that addiction can be treated. In places such as Washington and Colorado, from the legalization, people infer that it's okay to drive under the influence of marijuana. You can drink alcohol above the age of 21, yet you cannot drink and drive. So why would it be okay to drive under the influence of marijuana? Your brain normally. Your brain on marijuana. In automobile accidents, marijuana is the most common drug found. What the U.S. and the government should do. Parents drink among kids and teach them the dangers of drinking. Shouldn't they be able to do the same with marijuana? For this to be able to happen, parents should be educated on the effects of marijuana and the overall drug. Through education, we, Americans, can inform adolescents as well as adults of the effects of marijuana and therefore reduce the percentages of users. The government can provide money for schools and public learning facilities to create presentations and pamphlets. Marijuana is the most commonly used illicit drug. Marijuana is classified as a Schedule I drug. This means that it has a high potential for abuse and has no currently accepted medical use in the United States. Why did I choose this subtopic? My uncle's a policeman and he's on duty on the Drug Task Force in Washington State. Also, I find this topic interesting. Process. How did I do this? I used the app iMovie and collected my research to form this video. I filmed myself writing and then sped up the video. Reflection. Throughout this process, I realized that by looking at this information, it would be the obvious choice to avoid marijuana. But that choice is not always easy. Keep this information in the back of your mind the next time you are around marijuana, whenever that may be. Fight peer pressure. Make the decision for yourself.